Hey people, this is Leena and I hope you're doing well. Today the topic for this video is becoming Bhairav, Kali and Shiva yourself. So this is not coming from a place of ego but rather inner realization. So you will have to have patience to listen to the whole video and then understand what I'm saying. It might not click the first time that you listen to this, but maybe give it some time to sit with yourself, okay? um, I'm gonna start with me. When I started on my journey of finding truth, I became aware of myself. People think all these beings that we hear about, they are some different separate individual beings that exist somewhere on a very different dimension. Okay, that is, I think, a partial truth. They are mostly, I feel, a reflection of a particular frequency or particular quality that you can achieve. Okay, when you start moving in the right direction, it's a quality, it's a frequency that you can yourself achieve and become your own kind of highly evolved being. Okay, when you start on a journey to finding your truth, when you become honest with yourself and you're done with your sufferings, you need an answer for that, a deeper answer, something that's not written in any of the books. Your journey as Bhairav begins. You become Bhairav, the one who carries the skull of Brahma on his hand and walks around the universe to find his answer. You become Bhairav. Next, when realization keeps you hitting point after point, you become Kali by shedding old skin, old mindset, your old self. Kali itself represents death, death and transformation. The more you keep peeling, the more you bring out your true nature. You have to keep peeling those identities you have achieved over years or over even past lifetimes. You have to peel it up. You have to keep letting go of the old skin. Okay, till the time you reach your true nature. So that's when you become Kali. Every time you shed an old skin and you rise again powerful with a new identity, you become Kali. And there comes a point in your journey of searching, which is difficult actually, which takes time, lifetimes. Okay? There comes a point where all these identities are gone and you kind of reach that place, into a place where no longer you have any questions. Your questions are gone and you start understanding the bigger consciousness. When your questions are gone, all the noise is gone from your inside, there is complete silence. And this is Shiva. Shiva represents nothingness. Shiva represents silence, absolute silence where nothingness exists. So when everything is gone, your questions are gone, your doubts are gone, all those different identities that you were holding on to are gone. And nothing remains. No boundaries remain. You become one with the bigger consciousness. That's when you become Shiva. You, in a way, you attain Shiva Tattva, if I say in another words. So this is what exactly represents. It's not about, I feel people get stuck with the rituals. They get stuck with the process. Why they're doing it in the first place, they forgot that. Many times the people I see, they start with a particular practice, but at the end they start becoming slave to it. They forget the very essence why you started in the first place. I'm also guided to mention this to you. Many people say that when they start spiritual practices, they start having negative experiences, supernatural experiences, especially negative entities. If I interpret that, and even in my own personal journey, I have had those experiences. I'm not gonna lie. That's a topic for another video. I'm gonna make another video on this. I have had my own experiences too, but you know what? I realized why I was having those experiences, because when you are on your journey of seeking your true identity, your true nature, when you're doing that work, the real work, you will face your own demons. There's a reason they say befriend your demons. It's literally your shadow that is showing up. Something that you fear about yourself. It's not another entity. Most of the times it's not. It's just your subconscious playing tricks. But in a way, your reality is reflecting back to you your shadow. The thing that you get scared from, it's actually your shadow. It is representing something that you're not paying attention to. Many times they in a way kind of become so real, you almost feel like there's a paranormal experience. It's actually one of your identity shift, something that, the moment you overcome, you almost like shift in your identity. Kalima eats demons. Kalima slays demons. What does this mean? She rips apart the negative attachments. This is metaphorical. It is not just um, something happening on the battlefield. It's metaphorical. It applies to us. She's slaying the demon. She's literally ripping apart your unwanted negative attachments, your negative identity, or whatever word you want to use for that matter. These are not demons that you're really seeing. Okay? Many a times, it's merely some sort of reflection to you, something that you keep running from. So I feel you have to get to the essence of the thing, what you're doing. People get so busy with, no, I have to read this book. Once I'm done, people keep repeating. I have seen in my household as well, people around me, relatives, I've seen. Even like the gurus will tell you, go read this mantra, go read this particular thing for 10 days, 20 days. No, it doesn't really make sense. You can read them. I'm not saying you're not. See, many a times, the reason why it is said to read a couple of times, so that you also interpret it in your life. It's not just about reading them. Reading them is not going to bring you anything. If you're just doing the work of reading those, I have to wake up every morning, I'll sit and read it for 1 hour. No, no. You have to read it so that you can allow your own nature, your own consciousness to interpret that. And yes, people read it a couple of times because it will take time to understand. It happens, when you read a novel or like any book, that has a little bit twisted language or something that's not relatable. You have to maybe read a couple of times to get to the essence of it, right? People are stuck with the stories many a times. They're stuck with the stories. But I feel you have to see a layer deeper to that. What is it exactly representing? Like the way you watch a movie, many times, okay, I'm not talking about just random shit, no. Many times it happens, it's like there's, even though there are like characters playing in the movie, something, but there's a message. It applies to you, kind of thing, if I put it in a layman's sense. So it's your journey of becoming those um, traits, if I use the word. It's your journey of becoming Bhairav yourself. It's your journey of becoming Kali yourself. It's your journey of even reaching to Shiva. There's a reason, it takes time. Kali is ferocious because the path is not easy. She represents the path is not going to be easy. There's a reason the appearance of Kali is ferocious and not everyone likes it. Many people are scared with the looks of Kali. Okay? Many people get scared by her representation, but this is what it represents, because it's not going to be an easy journey. When you are, it's easy to point out someone else's fault, but it's very difficult to point this finger here. This is the reason it is represented by Kali. She's not the most beautiful thing. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not here to offend anything, but she looks that she looks very ferocious. Okay, she doesn't look very elegant and feminine, and even though she represents the feminine trait, but she doesn't look that ways. Okay, she looks very ferocious. She looks very powerful. Looks Her energy looks very terrifying for someone, especially when they're very new into this kind of thing. But understand what she represents. She represents naked truth, which is not easy, of course, to digest. Okay, and but only through her, only through Shakti. It's the Kundalini rising from the root to your top, right? Shakti rises slowly and then goes to the Sahasrara, which opens up your chambers, and there's nothingness that you connect to. There is this formless consciousness that you. There's a reason they say Shiva is formless, because when he represents nothingness in a way, we have just given another name, Shiva. But what is Shiva? Shiva is a tattva. Shiva is a quality. Shiva is a frequency, for the lack of better words. And when all these foundations are gone, with Kali removing the layers one by one, and all of this is gone, and no more questions left, no more skin to shed, you become one with the nothingness, the one that is formless. Advaita. That's also a word that's used, Advait. So, and that's when you kind of become Shiva, the nothingness, because you realize there were no barriers to start from. It was only my different existence, my different forms of existence was creating the barrier. There was no barrier to start with. So I hope this was helpful. Do let me know in the comments if there is like something specific you want me to talk about. I'll definitely do my best to put it out. So thank you once again for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that, and I will see you again soon with another video.